Hello, hello, hello. Let me get this overlay off. I hope it's enough light. If not, let's do that. Hold on, y'all. Mm, There. I think that's enough light. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, child. So, no, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture, along with celebrity legal news. Child. Let me see what's going on. So today, I think is going to be the short day for the ASAP Rocky trial. I think they're only going to go till maybe like two ish, so it won't be a very long stream. Hopefully. Now today, it is my understanding that they believe that Rhianna was coming in, but as I'm looking at Megan Cunif's um, feed, her ex feed, let me share that with you. Because today was supposed to have been yeah. So these are good spirits for the fact that he might go to jail for 10 years. So apparently she did not show up. I know people were upset about that. They thought that I guess everybody was upset that she didn't show. Boo hoo. Boo hoo. Make sure that you all follow my trial coverage. I just did a recap of yesterday. So go follow that and watch that and get the highlights from day two. Let's see. Yeah. See, according to Megan Cuniff, people are out there because they believe that Rihanna was going to be out there. So a lot of news coverage was being shown. So it might be so it looks like what's his name? ASAP Relli is here. So as we get back on the stand, so let me go back. Let me stop sharing my screen. As we get back on the stand, he is ASAP Relli is going to get back on the stand and continue his testimony. He's still being direct. It's still direct cross from the prosecution. We have not seen, and then we'll have the cross examination from the defense. So we have a few minutes. Let me make sure I got all my things together. Y'all put a one in the chat if you can hear me. So we'll get back to the direct examination of Tara Dwells. So if you saw yesterday's hearing, what did you all think? What do you think about ASAP Relli and his direct examination, his testimony? I will tell you, I'm a little bit confused. Um, Only because again the prosecution is trying to get to elicit certain wording from ASAP Relli, And I don't think he's biting. I don't think ASAP really is biting. I don't think he understands nor knows that they're trying to elicit certain wording from him. So we will see. We still have him trying to sue ASAP Rocky for his medical bills and lost in pay and all of those different things due to this incident. So let's see. So I tell you what, nothing has started yet. So let me share my screen and I'll hit you with a little bit of my recap. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop cultures. Today, we're doing celebrity legal news. As you know and continue to follow, I am following the A$AP Rocky shooting trial. This is an overview of day 2 of that trial. So bear with me again. Housekeeping, y'all hit that like button. And if you like what you see, subscribe. And once you subscribe, you'll be open to movies and television reviews that I've done, my pop culture chats, and my review of celebrity legal issues. All right, let's get into it. Let's add to the stage here. This is the A$AP Rocky shooting trial, day 2. We're still in the prosecution's case, and we're going to do a recap. So, as we got into yesterday, there were several pretrial motions, and we're going to review some of them. But the two things that came up that were quite relevant was the fact that the judge imposed a gag order on both the prosecution and the defense that they won't be able to try this case in the media. So he has imposed a gag order. The second thing that was more prominent in here is, baby, the prosecution and the defense was about to squabble up. So the prosecution got upset that he felt like the defense attorney was talking to him greasy. He was talking to him being very rough and being quite harsh, and he wanted the judge to admonish him. So let's go into both of those things. They're going to come up. It's going to be probably about 5 or 10 minutes of information being told, but I do definitely want you all to see and listen to this mess. One moment. All right, I think I got it queued up to where I need to have it queued up. Let's go.
When we asked to approach, he said he wanted to do it on the record. On the record. But outside the press, he then complains about jury selection, about a specific juror, etc. We are not going to participate in Mr. Tapapina's attempts to manipulate the media. Again, that ties into the fact that when the case started, I very kindly said to Mr. Tapapina, hey, listen, I know you've been speaking to the media before trial. There was no order of every right. Are you going to be saying anything once the trial started? He assured me in front of my co-counsel, the response was, John, I would never do that. I won't be saying anything to the press. Meantime, he is speaking, I resent the court this. He's speaking to TMZ. He likes to say things to the press as he leaves the building. We took him at his word that he wasn't going to be talking to the press while the pendency of this trial was going on. This is necessity. As an example, we ended up hearing his arguments basically about the jury issues repeated by Al Sharpton. We're not going to try this case in press. We're going to ask the court at this point to order Mr. Tapapina to not speak to the press during the pendency of this trial.
Okay, I guess I'll start in reverse. First of all, I'd like him to provide a quote of what I said to the press, because one thing I've never done is speak about the facts of this case since the jury's been out. Never. Okay? But I do have here a quote from the district attorney, Mr. Hoffman, who did quote to Extra that he appreciates any time defense counsel is pretty sure they're going to prevail, but we don't bring cases unless we're very sure we can win those cases by establishing and meeting our burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. I believe that when we see the evidence that's going to be presented in this case, we'll meet that burden. So that's their district attorney. Okay? So I should be able to rebut something like that. That's different. That's saying we're going to win the case. We know the evidence and we'll meet our burden. I talked about nothing other than the potential issues with the jury. I didn't speak on the facts. I didn't speak about Mr. Efron. And I won't do that. Now, the last thing he said when I spoke to TMZ, again, I defied him to provide to the court what I spoke about. I didn't violate any more. The first was no water. But I certainly, I know enough not to speak about the facts of the case. By the way, I didn't open statement to the jury. Certainly, I would never say anything outside of that opening statement. I didn't even do that, Ron. I simply talked about the issue with the jury. And the reason I did that is because he just did again what he did the other day. Stood up and said, we're not happy with this jury. Try and get that message back to the jury that we're not happy with it. That is not the case. But, Your Honor, the reason I raised the issue about maybe we would have selected a different jury, or certainly a different juror or two, is because of the late disclosure of the ballistics report after a jury was in town. And we have a right to make that record. It doesn't mean I'm unhappy with the jury. So, speaking of disingenuous, we're now getting to disingenuous. But I did nothing but protect the record, protect my client. So that's first and foremost. So again, the issue that I spoke about off record was caused by their late disclosure of a report that was generated over a year ago by their lead detective in this case. That Mr. Lewin wants everyone to believe he just stumbled upon 3 days ago.
Now, I do want to say here is that ASAP Rocky's attorney, I think it's Mr. Capicoli. I hope I said that correctly. He's a New Yorker, so he is very animated and he'll get loud after a minute. I don't know if I don't know where the prosecution is from, but I clearly understand or can see why he gets the way he gets. So let's just continue.
You
don't have to whisper, just talk.
try to get that middle ground there.
Just talk in the normal tone of voice.
That he just stumbled upon 3 days ago. He made all these accusations about that's disingenuous. I don't believe it. Well, I don't believe that they just found that report from their lead detective who they interacted on a daily basis in this case 3 days ago. I don't believe it. That was done in January 2020.
I already made findings.
I understand.
In my view, nothing nefarious. I don't want to go over things that we've already gone over.
We just did. We still have to do it.
He's asking that that both sides be directed not to make comments to the press. That's what he's asking for now. I'm not poking fingers. I'm not accusing anybody of any unethical conduct. Let's just move forward. Here's what I want to have. Oh, go ahead. All right, I just listen. Go.
Now, we heard a little about the discovery issues about this not being enough. I mean, I think this is perfectly detailed when it comes to Mr. Phillips, especially with the videotape. This is really detailed. What he's going to observe at the scene, what he's going to testify to, what he observed at the scene. Putting that aside,
based on what I've heard, I am satisfied under the circumstances that both sides have satisfied this discovery.
so
There's no reason to go over about whether you have complied with discovery. I already found that you did.
Okay, now I want to talk about Ben. There was a police officer, the first one out of the box, Sergeant Zizza.
Right.
The only thing we have from them, because I assume the rules apply to both sides, right? The only thing we have from them is a two-line email saying we spoke to him on Wednesday. He testified Friday before. We spoke to him on Wednesday, and Jack, you have the.
And just to say, what we found out about Officer Zizzo, he was a sergeant that came out to the scene after the 911 call. Side note, we find out that Officer Zizzo's mother was one of the ladies that played on the Real Housewives of
Here's
Hill.
what we have on both systems. That they spoke on Wednesday, which they also denied on Wednesday. He said the first time he spoke to him, substance was a debate of his testimony. He said that he advised the district attorney that he responded to the shooting while on patrol, and it's common occurrence that the receiver called the shooting and respond only either to find no evidence or the victim, but also sometimes find out whoever called was intentionally misrepresented. 2 sentences. That's the discovery. He testified that one, he may have missed the bullet casings, and two, he didn't know where to look. 2 sort of important things that, and he didn't agree, he didn't search the entire street. That was not in their disclosure. Not their disclosure at all. But yet I'm being accused of not giving them the right information. First of all, I don't have the date. There's nothing in their disclosure that they interviewed Friday before.
So basically, what he's saying is that the Officer Zizzo stated that he didn't find any cases because he didn't know where to look. They didn't search the whole street. So they're talking about discovery. Uh, I am not a lawyer, so I'm not in on the ins and outs of it all. But let's continue.
We don't even have that interview. We don't have that date. We have Wednesday home. The witness said, no, I didn't speak to him on Wednesday. So that was just.
All right, so you all are looking at just an overview of what's going on. It looks like we've got some movement in the courtroom. Again, ASAP Relli is supposed to take the stand today. There was a kerfuffle thinking that Rhianna was supposed to show up today, but she did not show up with ASAP Rocky. It doesn't mean that she won't show up. It's just that she didn't show up in the car with ASAP Rocky. So I'm just trying to check to see because she may have taken a whole nother car, whatever, or she may not come until after lunch. We don't know. But I just wanted to let you all know that I thought that there was some movement and we were going to continue in the courtroom. But let me get back to sharing
Okay, so before we start casting aspersions, I was going to even raise it, Mark. Just happen. I understand this stride. But being that we're now throwing stones, let's hold it better. Let's not throw stones. Well, I know, but they started. So I'm going to respond.
This is a no squabbling.
Oh, after he swallows. Well, I'm swallowing back.
Well, you're a good squad.
the judge said this is a no. The judge said this is a no squabbling zone. He said, oh, after he starts squabbling, I'm squabbling back, baby. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
You're doing a good job. All right. Regarding what Sergeant Zizzo testified, did he write a report?
He did not write a report, but he obviously brought body worn video.
That's been provided.
That was provided.
All right.
Years ago.
You're an experienced attorney. All of you are experienced attorneys. Sometimes, a witness will say something that is not in a report. That's to be expected. A report is a summary, a sum and substance of what the witness said. It's much more fleshed out when the witness is on the stand.
Well, I agree. I'm okay. I'm not even going to raise the fact that he said he didn't speak to him on Wednesday and he also spoke on Friday. I don't do that.
It is petty.
But I want to make sure that what's good for the goose is good for the game. That when Mr. Phillips testifies and he says something, a word that's not in this thing, it's not like you didn't tell that to the lawyers. It's just not right.
All right, we're gonna stop this. Looks like ASAP Relli is on the stand. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. Give me one moment. Let me make sure. I'm seeing some movement in the courtroom, but I am not sure if this is today or is this yesterday. But I'm going to share my screen.
Was walking away from this parking lot, you said, you looked over and you saw 12 putting a knife in his pocket. And then 12 walked after the defendant. Are you with me there?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I want to pick up today. You said, at the end of your testimony yesterday, you talked about this being a white flag situation. And then you said that you were screaming out how Rocky had failed us. Do you recall that?
Yes.
What did you mean when you said that? What did you say?
I was just like, said something about 12 I said something about bills. I said something about just overall group.
Can you say the words that you said, to the best of your
I
relative?
don't really remember because
You don't remember
I
any of
don't
the
want to
words?
lie. I don't want to like. I just remember just.
Can you all hear?
Like, if I look at my statement,
I'm
You don't
having
remember
some.
Word for word?
I don't wanna,
Okay,
like,
just,
yeah.
give us the.
Let me know down in the chat if you can hear
something
the
about 12.
testimony and if you can hear me as well.
What it was that you were talking about? I understand.
Probably the contents of him like, like not having emotion no more. Like, you know what I mean? Because the whole thing was that I think the complex con. I don't think they even seen Rocky or did anything. To be honest, Twelve was complaining about the dude. You know what I mean? Like 2 days prior, when I seen him. So it was like people wasn't happy.
When you say, did you say not having emotion?
Yeah, but that's not his fault. It's kind of like.
No, Mr. Ever, I'm just trying to understand. I just didn't catch the word. I wasn't sure if you said motion or emotion. You said not having motion, right?
Yes, I'm telling him he's not what it seems to be. Like it's not. You're not like Instagram is just fake. Like you're back. You work construction. You went on tour for 6 years. Like
Okay.
I don't get it.
Were these some of the things that you were saying about 12 as
Yeah,
you were
because
talking
we're a
about?
brother and we're supposed to be
Okay,
lifting
hold
each
on,
other up.
both hands off at the same time. Ask the question again. Oh, okay, hold on, time. Mark, the monitor, the monitor over here, can't get it to work. These are all on C. Okay. Yeah, can you take a look, please? Yeah. See if you can get it to work.
Give me one moment. They're having some issues with the microphone. They're having some issues with the microphone right now. I'm trying to find it on 2 different feeds. Because Court TV has it up, but their mic is raggedy. So they're looking to see if they can fix this feed real quickly. So give them a moment. You can see right here on the Court TV feed, they're trying to fix the mic. So they're just everyone is at a pause at this point right now until they can fix this microphone. So it's just one of those situations, technical situations that happens. And we just have to definitely just hold on for a moment. But while that is happening, let me share my screen. I wanted to go over what he is charged with. So here is California Penal Code 245, and Section 245 is assault with a deadly weapon or instrument uh, other than firearm, assault with machine gun, assault by means of force to likely produce great bodily injury, assault with a semi-automatic firearm. So let's go down to, because this is what they're saying that he is being charged 2 counts of, and this is it. Any person who commits an assault upon the person of another with a semi-automatic firearm shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 3, 6, or 9 years. C. Any person who commits an assault with a deadly weapon or instrument other than a firearm by any means likely to produce great bodily injury upon the person of a peace officer or firefighter, and who knows or reasonably should know. Looks like we're coming back. Hold on. We're coming back, y'all. Hold on.
Things you were saying about 12.
I was just saying, like, towards Rocky,
Towards
Or
12.
towards 12.
Start with 12 first.
I was kind of talking towards like Rocky, but after 12, but I was just like, he's not like what he's supposed to be. Bills is not what he's supposed to be, but that's not me saying that it was his problem. It was like, you got the foundation, you want to hold the rock, you know what I mean?
When you say not his problem, who are you talking about?
Rockies, but I said it because he's the one that's got all of us there with shows, this and the third, not giving credit where credit's due. So it's like, you know what I mean? When you go down the line, like what I said yesterday, it's only Barry, Ferg, and Rocky who really successful. But when you really look at it, it's a lot of ASAP members. That's not his fault, but it's like you give credit where credit's due. So that's pretty much what I was saying.
Okay. The comments that you were making about 12, were they negative comments about him?
I wouldn't say negative. I mean, yeah, like truthful, kind of, not truthful.
I mean, were you saying, have you said in the past that one of the things you said about 12 is that he went on tour with the defendant for 8 or 9 years, but he was still living in the projects?
I don't know if that he personally was living in the projects, but I know he went
Did you
back.
say
Yeah, I
that?
said that. Yeah.
Okay. And about Hills, I mean, would you agree that that statement about 12 is not a positive statement?
No.
Oh, you would not agree?
I would agree. You're not positive, yeah.
Okay. And the statement that you were making about Hills, do you remember the words that you said?
I just said he's a crackhead.
Okay.
Like he's not like nothing like.
Would you also agree that's not a positive comment to make about Hills?
Yeah, I agree.
Would you, were you directing your comments at the defendant, or were you saying each of these things to 12 and to Hills directly?
I was just saying in general, like everybody live right next to each other, everybody can hear. You know what I mean? I was just trying to like still back me up, like yo, chill, you know.
Okay. I believe you said yesterday at the end that you were trying to verbally express how you feel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I felt like I'm never going to see Rocky again due to the circumstances, so I'm just going to let him know how I feel.
Can you explain that to the jury more? When you say, I know I'm never going to see Rocky again, what is that?
I mean, the circumstances, the situation that happened. Like, why would we ever see each other? You know what I mean? So I felt like I didn't want him to go back and then talk about it and everybody just laugh and think, oh, Rocky just pulled the gun on rail, shot at, well, before then, he didn't shoot yet, but pulled the gun on rail and made this big scene, you know what I mean? So I'm like, for another 15 years. I know everybody over there, just about 15 years, not Jamel, but it was, I know, for like 15 years.
I believe you said yesterday that when you went into this, what you call linking up with him, it was to repair things with you, correct?
Yeah.
After he pulled the gun on you, how were you feeling at that point?
I mean, he grabbed me first, so that everything, all bets is off the table. Like, I'm thinking, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean?
How are you feeling though?
Oh. Wait, what you mean?
How are you feeling after having this, after he pulled this gun on you?
Oh, I was like mad. I was like, I can't believe this just happened. You know what I mean?
And was there anything else about the presence of Ills and 12 being there that contributed to you being mad?
No, like them being there, like just got me mad. Meaning?
Did that change anything? The fact that the two of them came
No, not at all.
All right. At that moment, immediately after the gun was first pointed at you, as the defendant is walking away, did you have any animosity towards Ills?
No, I never had a problem with it.
I believe you said that both you and Ills then walked down the street following after the defendant, but the two of you were walking together, correct?
I mean, it wasn't really following nobody. I'm just talking. They're all walking together. You know what I mean?
But you're headed in the same direction.
Yeah, he's at Argyle. Yes.
And he's ahead of you, correct?
Yes.
All right.
So you're following them.
So as the defendant got to the street corner at the end of Argyle, where did he go?
I think he made a left on that street. He made a left.
Do you remember the name of the street?
No, I'm not probably.
Okay. And when he made a left, where did he go from there?
He kept going straight till he got about to the street, to the end of the street corner. Like where the stop sign is at.
Were you still behind him at that point?
Yeah.
Still walking in the same direction that he was walking?
Yeah.
Now, from what you've described, going down to the end of the street, making a left, and going all the way to the stop sign, at that point, you knew he had a gun, correct?
Yeah, I think that.
He had just shown it to you.
Yes.
And was it that entire walk, that entire time that you were expressing to him how you feel?
Yes.
In what you already described as an angry tone or an elevated tone?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So he's walking behind him knowing that he has a gun. You not scared that he gonna shoot you?
And verbally tell them how you feel in the way that you did.
I told you already because I felt like I would never see him again. And I felt like since he put it away and on a busy street in Hollywood, like he's definitely not gonna shoot this shit. Shoot it.
So you, at that moment, did not believe that he would shoot you?
No.
Yeah. Did you believe at that moment that he would shoot you?
What do you mean? Can you say it again?
The way that I asked the question before was a double negative, so your answer's not clear. So I just want to ask it a different way. Did you believe at that moment that he would shoot you?
At what moment when I'm walking with him?
When he's first walking away and you're walking in the same direction he's walking?
No. Well, I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't thinking straight at that moment. I had a lot on my mind. I just wanted to get what was on my chest off.
Do you think you would have reacted differently in this situation had that been a stranger that first walked on you?
What do you mean?
Meaning, if a stranger pulled a gun on you, do you think you'd walk after them and essentially?
No, because I have no business. I mean, I got away from a life-threatening situation. But in that situation, I felt like maybe he put the gun away, and seeing Jamel with the knife, it furthered me wanting to say what was on my chest.
Okay. When you got to the area where the stop sign was that you described, you made the left turn, you walked to the stop sign. That's what you said, right? was the first person that got to where the stop sign was?
Rocky,
And then who was the next person?
Jamel.
And then after that?
It was basically
And when you got to the stop sign area with Ills, what was the next thing that happened?
I'm still talking, but then I see Rocky turn around. Can I explain what happened?
Yeah.
So I see Rocky turn around. When he turned around, he was like, kind of looked like a movie. The whole thing looked like a movie, like, you know what I mean? So he kind of like pointed down. He shot the first shot. When he shot the first shot, I felt my hand hot. So I grabbed Ills, used him as a shield. He's going around trying to.
So let me get this straight. And let me see if you all are hearing what I'm hearing. So you have the kerfuffle in the parking lot. ASAP Rocky and the other two take off and they walk away from you, and you follow behind them. And you had to get whatever you had on your chest. You went and you followed them behind. You at this point you're pursuing them. So he turns around and he pops this gun at you. And then because apparently you're still talking, and you use ASAP Ills for a shield. Let's continue.
Shoot me between the Ills. 12 feet is off to the side. I'm not really worried about him. I'm just trying to like not get hit at this point.
You said, as you were saying that he had the gun out, you had your right arm extended about shoulder high.
Yeah, because he kind of like, when he turned around, kind of like his back was turned, like it was kind of like just you turned around, the gun is there, he kind of like jumped when he shot, and kind of shot down, like, you know what I'm saying?
The gun that he was holding, did it look like the same gun that he pulled on you at the parking lot?
Yeah.
And when you say he shot down, what do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, like it was kind of like this. It wasn't like pointing and doing, but it wasn't like aiming at you. It was kind of like that. So he, like I said, it was like a movie kind of like boom, and then like just running around trying to like get me.
Okay, the motion he made with his arm, Your Honor. That's right. Yeah, so he had his arm extended out, and then as he was saying shot down, he lifted his arm up to about head high, and then had his pointer finger sort of pointed forward, but in a downward trajectory.
And was higher than this.
Well, I don't really remember, but from what like, it was more like it was fast. He turned around, and then it was like boom. You know what I mean? Like not like.
Okay. You said that as he shot the gun the first time, you said your hand felt hot, correct?
Yeah.
Where on your hand felt hot?
My left hand.
Where?
Left hand. Just right above my knuckles. Like my knuckles right here, below my knuckles. So it's right here. And if I was to fall, you would see other injuries on that picture from that day from my knuckles and all around here. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Okay, yeah. I'm just have to, when you point this up, I have to describe it. So
my knuckles,
what he's
I
pointing
still
to,
got the mark from that day.
what he's pointing to are the middle knuckles on his left hand. Kind of, he has his hand sort of curled and going across.
Yeah, right there. So it's right here.
Hold on. Don't hands up at the same time. So wait. Go ahead.
I think I was done. He motioned with his right hand across his left hand middle knuckles.
Ask another question.
You said that you then got behind Ills, correct?
I dashed to him. I got ran to him and then just grabbed him.
How did Ills react to this?
Oh, he was like petrified. He was screaming. After he literally said, "You could have got me killed." And I said, "What? You came with him?"
Wait, I want to stay right at that moment, though. I don't want to jump ahead. So right at that moment, you're saying he was petrified.
no, no, no. Using him every which way.
When you say petrified though, is he moving at all or is he standing still?
Yeah, he's trying to move, and then he dropped his body.
Okay. And were you intentionally trying to position ills between you
Oh,
and
yeah.
the defendant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody that would have been there would have did that, especially if we came with him.
And then, 12 for Jamel, what did he do?
I don't know because I'm too busy grabbing ills. I don't really see what 12 is. He's off to the side. I see him off to the side the whole time, but I don't really know what's going on. I don't even see them running off really. Like, I'm still dealing like with ills literally telling me I could have got him killed while I'm just running off.
Right. Like, again, I don't want to jump ahead. I want to stay right at the moment when the shots are fired. Are you saying as the defendant fires the first shot, you then move around to this? You're not paying attention to 12, so you're not entirely sure what he did.
No, I'm not really sure what 12 was doing.
Okay. Then after the first gunshot, what did you see the defendant do? Physically, what did he do with his body?
Oh, he's running up, and he shot again.
What does running up mean?
Like he's running and shooting. Like he's trying to like find. He's trying to look for a way to shoot because if I wasn't grabbing the ills, I mean.
Did he physically come closer to you?
Yeah.
And
he got close.
You're saying
The whole time it was close, but he got really close.
you were saying that he was trying to move motion around ills, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move to some video again.
Is this a new exhibit or?
No, same exhibit. It is People 15. What I have on the screen is the file that's labeled sequence surveillance video from People's 15. I have it right now on the video player at the bottom. It's paused at 31 seconds.
Hello.
Video file. And it stopped there. Mr. Efron, do you see the larger video in the background?
Yes.
Mostly gray.
Yes.
Do you recognize that area that we're looking at there?
Other than that day.
All right, I'm talking specifically about that day. Can you orient yourself on what you're seeing from that part of the video?
Maybe to the far right, that's where the curve is at. That's where the curve is at, and the stop sign where like the incident happened.
Can you point to it with the pointer?
So pretty much we walked right here, and Rocky got to like right along.
Keep your voice up.
I said we got to like right here, and then as soon as like he got into the street around right here, that's when the shooting took place.
Okay, I would say he's pointing to the top left-hand corner in where the street area is that we can see. Okay.
Right, that is across from that orange wall barricade there, whatever that is.
Second.
All right, I'm gonna play the video and then I'll go back and ask some more questions. 35 seconds. Back. I'll ask you some questions. So let's start at the beginning, start from. I know it's gonna be hard to see here, but from taking you back to that night, you see the person that we can see.
They're trying to sync up his testimony with what we see on the screen. We just heard the two bangs from the gunshots, which caused for the car alarms to go off, and that aligns with the testimony from Leah Elizabeth Martin Brown.
Vest at the top left-hand corner, kind of in the middle of that street. You see that person? Yeah. Who was that?
All right, Donna. I'm glad that you're listening and watching with me. Really appreciate that.
Okay. Let me just finish the question because the court photographs take it right down. So that would be just above him and maybe just slightly to the left. There's another person there. You're saying that's Jamel?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you and Ills at this moment, are the two of you at the street corner?
I don't know, it's kind of blurry. I can't really see if that's a high school or like people that came in.
That's right. Let me play it forward a little bit. If you could watch them. But with that, as your memory from that day, would that be the area that you recall being at?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to play it forward just a little. Did you see the movement of those two people that I was pointing to just a few seconds ago?
Wait, go back.
Sure. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Was one of those individuals you?
Yes.
And the other one was Hills?
Yes.
And what motion?
I honestly don't see what they're seeing on that screen.
Like running towards it.
Okay. Would you have been farther to the left-hand side of the screen just slightly?
Yeah, I'm on the left. It was be on the right.
And okay, then we go back just a little. Sorry, again, 35 seconds. The person that we see moving forward, is that still the defendant?
Yeah, so I'm kind of like running around those at that point while Rocky's like, it's like a circle. There's like a circle.
I'm gonna go back and restart at about 35 seconds. Can you focus? This time I'm gonna ask you to focus on the person who said it's 12 and tell us where you see that person go. Okay? All right, and I'm pausing it at 42 seconds. Where did you see 12 go?
He ran across the wall.
Okay, I have paused here.
So Rhianna is in the courtroom, y'all. Just getting this information in.
Yes.
And do you remember what this area was at all?
I have no idea.
Okay. But was there a wall here? Is that what this white object is? All right. Did he make that motion right as the gunshot started happening?
Yes, he did.
I'm going to play it forward. And I'm going to stop it at 50 seconds. If you need me to go back, I will. But did you see what you and Ills were doing at that part that I just played? That's short.
I'm gonna go back. I was looking at Jamel still.
That's fine. Start back at 47 seconds. So, hold on. Go back a little farther. Start at 42 seconds. Stop it at 51. Did you see what the two of you were doing?
Yeah, so after Hill dropped his body, I probably was just looking to see where he was before I just run off or continue back down like Hollywood where I was at before.
Okay. When you say Ills dropped his body, what do you mean by that?
Like physically just dropped, like his weight.
Did you do anything to push him to the ground?
No, no,
Did you strike him?
no, of course not.
Did you throw any punches towards him?
No.
So are you describing him essentially dropping his body to try to get away from you? Because you're trying to hold him?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Did you personally go to the ground as he dropped his body?
Yeah, because he dropped. So I like kind of dropped with him. You could see me like almost drop, but looking back to see kind of.
All right. And then fair to say at that point, that's when the defendant was running.
Yeah, you
away.
can see Jamel like pushing him away at that point.
All right, I'm gonna play another video file. Right here, this video file is called combined surveillance video.
Part 15.
Yes, on the same drive. And right now I have paused at 46 seconds. Mr. Efron, would you agree this appears to be the same camera angle?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play it forward. And I'll pause it in a second. I'm gonna pause it at 54 seconds. Does this look like a zoomed in version of that, in that area where you're describing this interaction happened?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna play the video forward from here. I'll ask you some questions. Okay, I'm gonna stop it at 1 minute, 16 seconds. I'm gonna go back to ask you a few follow-up questions.
Okay, sorry. You just identified with that, with what exhibit this is.
It's 15.
Well,
The video is called the sequence. There's 9, and then there's the 3 files.
they're all part of it.
Yes.
This one's combined surveillance with it.
Yes.
One's- Okay, thank you.
All right. Starting at about 50 seconds. Zooms in. Again, just so we're all on the same page of who we're talking about. Where it's paused at 55 seconds here. This individual here in the sort of in the middle of the street area.
I don't know why they just won't put the contrast or something so that we could see it. So it'll darken it up a little bit because all I'm basically seeing is a white screen. I'm not seeing anything they're showing me here.
Both can't talk at the same time.
You'd be towards the left here, closer to the corner of the street, correct?
Correct.
I'm going to play it forward and I'm going to pause it at 1 minute and 2 seconds. Can you make out which person you are, Mr. Efron?
Right here in this picture.
Yeah, where it's paused here at 1 minute and 2
I
seconds.
know with the white Air Force is just for the.
I think wherever they are somewhere up towards the top of the screen because, like I said, all I see is white blur.
I can see it better on here than on the big screen for some reason. But on here, over here looks way better.
Okay.
Well, I'm in this figure, whatever this is right here, but on here you can actually see it more.
Can you actually see on your back, Mr. Efron, the design that was on the back of your sweatshirt?
Yes.
Okay. In that video, can you point point to where the.
I don't know how he could see a design on the back of his sweatshirt because I can't even see him or the sweatshirt. So I guess the lighting looks different within the courtroom.
Where the images tossed around.
To be precise, it looks like a white circle on one body.
Okay, and I'll play this video over here. And we stop it at a minute, 14 seconds. At this point, have you and Ills separated from each other?
Yes.
And why did you let him go at that point?
I've probably seen Rocky running off already.
Okay. You described the first shot, the motion the defendant made with his hand as he shot the first shot. Was the second shot any different from that?
I don't know at that point. I'm ducking.
You weren't really paying attention.
You know, I just was really just trying to grab those.
Okay. 1 second. Do you recall? I'm going to show you Equals 7. Do you recognize that area at all?
Yeah,
And what is that area?
that's what happened.
Okay. So where the two shots were fired, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You say yes?
Yes.
When the shots were first fired, can you point for the jury to a spot that is near where you were on that street?
I was coming down here, and I probably got to around like right here, I believe, and Rocky was like right here.
Okay.
Then it got like around, then it got all around this area kind of.
You know, Your Honor, actually, I think what may be easier, I'm gonna have him just mark on the photograph itself. Just people 7. Let's do for you. Can you put an X where you would be when the first shot would happen?
Probably hopped off the curb a little bit, I would say like right here.
Okay, and then do a triangle for where the defendant was. Okay. Hey. Back up. Okay, a little better. The X you made is right here, correct?
Yes.
And fair to say that it was closer to the curb,
Yes.
and where you're describing was right by the corner, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And then the triangle that you made for the defendant is here more in the middle of the street on Vista Del Mar, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As the defendant was shooting at you, was it your belief that the gun that he was using was a real gun or a fake gun?
Can you say that again?
Yeah. Did you believe as the defendant was shooting at you that he was shooting a real gun or a fake gun?
Oh, it was a real gun.
And what led you to believe that it was a real gun?
I mean, I was hit.
Is there anything else about it?
When you know the difference between, I mean, I don't know how would you, somebody shooting at you, I don't know how to answer that kind of.
Okay. Sir.
And I wasn't like, I was grazed, I wasn't hit, I didn't have a hole in my hand or nothing. It was like, that's what it was, you know.
At at the moment that he first started firing at you, what would you estimate would be the distance between the two of you? And if it's easier to point to something in the courtroom, you can do that.
From the first shooting,
Yes.
probably like where I'm at from where you at, probably, I guess. Or a little bit further, I don't know.
This is, where Mr. Leverage standing?
Yeah.
Approximately 15 feet.
Okay. By the time he fired the second shot, what was
Yeah,
the
a
distance?
little further, like a little, it was, yeah, around there. Yeah.
Sorry, which shot were you talking about?
The first one was like 15 to like 7, 15, maybe around there, yeah. 3 years ago.
You said on the second shot that he moved a little closer to you. What would you estimate would be the distance of that one?
Oh, he was right up on us. I'm saying us because it was me and Hill. I thought it was a bunch of shots because I'm just trying to like, you literally just duck underneath Hills, do whatever. Which way he was going, I'm putting Hills towards him.
How many shots did you believe that he fired at you?
At the time, I believe it was 3 or 4.
In fact, when you reported this to the police, how many shots did you tell them that he fired at you?
I believe 3 or 4.
And did you tell that to multiple police officers?
I did.
Was there anything that happened after you reported this to police that caused you to change your opinion on how many shots he fired?
No.
So you still, as you sit here right now, is it your testimony that he fired either 3 or 4 shots at you?
I mean, I've seen the video, so I understand it was 2 shots now.
That's what I mean. Okay, so as you sit here now, it's your belief he fired 2 shots at you, right?
Yeah.
But when you initially reported it, you reported it as
3 or 4 shots. Yeah. Because it sounded like that. We're in like a closed, it's real loud. You know what I'm saying?
You said that what changed your opinion was that you watched a video, correct?
Oh yeah, the preliminary hearing
Okay.
was the first time I seen the actual like the sound of the shots.
Your Honor, was the court judicial notice that the preliminary hearing was November 8th of 2023?
I don't have the transcript. Does everybody agree that?
That's right, yes.
So between the date of this incident, November 6th, 2021 to November 8th, 2023, in those 2 years, you believe that it was 3 or 4 gunshots, correct?
Yes.
And then after you watched the video that had sound, after the preliminary hearing, you changed you understood then that it was 2 gunshots, correct?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, truthfully, I thought it was way more, but I'm going off of the video. Because mentally, I thought I got shot at a lot of times.
Okay. If you can, just clarify for us, when you're referring to something, if it's based on your memory or from watching the video. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He's a very pleasant spoken young man, but he doesn't seem that like
Now I'm gonna ask Mark my next thing.
17.
it doesn't seem like he's understanding.
Showing you what's marked as People's 17. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah,
And what is that?
that's my left hand.
And do you know who took this picture?
Probably was off my phone.
This is a picture you took.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know when you took this picture?
Probably the day after or the day, that day.
So you're thinking either November 6th or November 7th?
Or 8th. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Somewhere within a day or two of the actual shooting?
Yeah.
And the red marks that we see on your pointer finger, middle finger, and slightly on your ring finger there, what caused those injuries?
A graze, I believe. Because, like what I said, I felt something hot. And if I was to pull on my hand, I'm not no expert or anything, but if I was to pull on my hand or anything, my knuckles at the top would be messed up and everything else would be messed up. It just was right here.
Okay. So
I
you're saying,
weighed 210 pounds. Probably at that time I weighed 190. So if I'm falling on my weight, my whole knuckle would be damaged on my whole hand.
Your Honor, yes, witness to your response to the question, what's the law?
when you say graze, are you talking about graze from one of the bullets?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be a legal objection, but you say words.
What do you mean when you say graze?
Like when he shot the first shot, I felt my hand hot because I felt like I got grazed.
By what?
A bullet.
Thank you. After the second shot, so after the shooting, where did you see the defendant go?
I just ran after it. I just grabbed it.
But where did you see the defendant go?
After the shooting or while he was shooting?
After the shooting.
Oh, I seen him leave. Like I think he just took off
Okay.
and he ran.
And did he run out of your view? So you lost sight of him?
Yeah.
I will tell you this. Y'all let me know in the chat. Are y'all lost?
Was he the first one to leave?
Because I'm a little lost. The prosecution is not making it clear for me to follow what's going on.
It was 3 years ago. I really don't really remember that. I just remember what happened to me. Like all these small pieces, it's kind of hard to like remember unless I have something physically or I said something around that time to remind me.
Was there a moment after the shooting where it was only you and Hills who were left on that street together?
Probably for like a second. He was still getting up or he was ready to run.
Okay. After Hills went to the ground, what was the next thing that happened?
I think they took off. Like 12 and Rocky took off, and then I'm probably like scanning the area to make sure he's still not there or shooting at me. And then I took off back the same way that I came and went down Hollywood back to the Lowe's.
When you say the same way that you came, are you talking about the same streets that you walked?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have been headed back towards the W Hotel in that area?
Yeah, correct.
And then did you walk all the way up to Hollywood Boulevard?
Yes, I did.
And from Hollywood Boulevard, did you walk all the way back to the Lowe's?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
In the time after the defendant and 12E ran away, where it's just you and Elle, I know you say it's a second. Was there anything that happened between you and Ills at that time?
No, the only thing Ills said, and I put that on everything on whatever it was, but he said, you literally almost got me killed. And I looked at him and said, what? You came with him. That was the only thing that was said between me and Ills.
So there was a brief conversation?
Real brief.
Did you physically assault him?
No, never hit Ills. Never. And Ills actually has a broken jaw. Like, he cannot get hit in the face. He has like a wired jaw because Rocky's cousin broke his jaw.
Okay.
Your Honor, I object as a stricken, not responsive.
Just and testimony is true. Read the first couple of words. Read the question, please.
Did you physically assault him? The question is, did you physically assault him?
Yeah, that calls for yes or no. Did you physically assault him?
No. Ills? No.
That night, November 6, 2021, did you know of any physical sensitivities that Hills had?
Excuse me?
Yeah, did you know that Hills had suffered an injury before November 6, 2021?
Did I know that he,
Hold on.
You can answer.
did I know he had like a permanent broken jaw?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We go back briefly to the surveillance video. Let's stay with this same file, Your Honor.
15 on 15?
Yeah, but the file label combines surveillance video. Briefly. I have the video paused at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. If you could watch it, I'll play it. I'm gonna play a couple seconds and then I'll go back and ask you a question, okay?
Yes.
All right, I'm pausing it at 2:54. So let's go back to 2:47. I'll pause it here at 2:48. Do you see the individuals at the sort of towards the bottom right-hand corner of the screen there?
Yes, I do.
You see the person who's walking in front appears to be wearing a black sweatshirt, and the person behind has a red jacket on.
Yes.
Do you recognize who the person in the black sweatshirt is?
Yes, Rocky.
And who's the person in the red jacket?
Jamel.
This prosecution is all over the place because they should have outlined that information earlier. He should have been able to tell us who these people were earlier. It's like he's backtracking.
Again, when you say Jamel, that's the person you also refer to as 12, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, last person I want to show you on this video. Have it paused at 3 minutes and 51 seconds. You see there's only one person depicted in the video here, kind of in the middle of the screen.
Yes.
Do you recognize who that person is?
Yes, Elijah.
And same person you've also been referring to as Hills.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. You mentioned that in your testimony just before that you have watched the surveillance video as part of this case, correct?
That's right.
At least some of it. Is that
Yes.
correct? Do you know when you first reviewed any surveillance video in this case?
I believe the DA called me to identify in a video if that was Rocky and like the first shooting. But I think that was it.
Okay. Did you meet with police officers before you met with any deputy DAs associated with this case?
What do you mean?
Yeah, did you meet with police officers or police detectives before you talked to any prosecutors?
No.
The first person you talked to in this case was a prosecutor?
Oh, no, I talked to the police. Yeah, police.
All right. When was the first time that you talked to the police? You don't have to give us a date, but you can say it was.
When I obtained a lawyer and walked into Los Angeles Police
How close in time was that to the shooting?
Well, I hit up a lawyer the same night, but it was late, so he advised me I forgot what it was he advised me of at that time. But then I ended up going back and getting the actual bullets myself
Okay, hold on.
and taking pictures of the cameras.
How many, I guess my question is, are you talking about you went to the police within minutes, hours, days, weeks, months? Can you give us just a time period?
No, so I had to wait for the lawyer, and then I sent them everything that I like, the text messages, everything.
You're not answering my question. Give us just a time period. Don't tell me what you did. Just say it was within hours, minutes, days, months. How soon after this?
Did I go to the police station?
Yes.
The next day.
Okay.
I don't know why he has a difficult time.
This
He
is
wants to tell the story the way he wants to tell it. So he's not answering the questions because he's so busy in his head trying to tell the story.
Well, it was dark out.
Yeah, I know it was late, but I don't, like I said, it was 3 years ago. I don't remember the dates. I don't remember the streets at this point. I just remember what happened.
That's fair. But when you say the next day, is it possible that instead of being on the 7th, it was on the 8th that you went to the police department?
Yeah, so pretty much I was just waiting for the lawyer to respond back. So I had my business partner.
State. It's not responsible.
Okay.
Eric, can we get grounds for when he makes, it's not responsible. Could we have the defense state grounds instead of his objection when they?
It's non-responsive. It's a simple. I went on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, 3 days later.
I thought it was pretty obvious.
Can we just ask in the future that he, if he decided has to object, just say objection and the legal basis. Thank you.
Okay. So the first time you reported this to the police, you say was within a day, either November 7th or November 8th of the shooting, correct?
Yeah, so pretty much I just wanted to wait for my lawyer.
That's just a yes or no. Please.
Oh, yes. yes.
Thank you. Okay. Now, when you reported this to the police, how did you do that? Did you call 911? Did you call the station? Did you go to the station?
No, we just walked in.
Oh, do you remember which police station you walked into?
Yeah, was it Hollywood or like, I know it was, Hollywood police station. I don't really remember.
And was there a police officer at the front desk that you talked to?
Yes.
And did you tell that police officer essentially what had happened during this incident?
I did.
After you talked to that police officer, did you talk to another police officer from that same station after him?
I don't remember.
Okay. Ultimately, did you meet
I
with
talked with so many people, like the lawyers, like with everything. It was just, I don't remember.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to unpack here now.
Okay.
So you talked to a police officer at the station. Did you then talk to a detective?
I think the detective came out because once I handed him the bullets, I think that's, and he seen the lawyer I was with, I think that's when he took it serious and like had somebody come out. I think I remember clearly.
Did you later talk to another set of detectives after that first detective that you talked to?
Man, they called me so many times, I don't even remember.
Is it fair to say you talked to a number of people about this incident from the police department?
Yes.
Okay.
How many people from the police department would be talking about this particular case? I thought they had assigned somebody.
Yeah, it happened before I watched it.
So have you seen the surveillance video when you walked into the Hollywood police station to talk to the officer at the desk?
No, I didn't see no video.
When the detective from the Hollywood station called you, have you seen the video at that point?
I think they called me into LA. I forgot when to identify. I think it was like seriously like 8 months later or 7 months. I don't remember. It was a long time.
So was it police officers that showed you the video for the first time?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. But have you already told what had happened before watching the video?
Yeah, yes.
As you sit here right now, do you remember the date that you first saw the video?
No,
And the video that you watched first, do you remember what was in the video that you watched?
it was the one of Rocky coming up to me and brandishing a gun, like where we had like the first initial, like when we see each other.
Outside of the parking garage?
From the, yeah, up front of the parking garage, yeah, across from the W.
Okay.
And I think they showed me the other one too, of the parking lot. That was so long ago. I was just happy that they had the footage of it at the time. I was just like, I think that's enough.
So when you say the other one, are you talking about the sort of blurry distance one that we just went over?
Yeah, yes.
Did they, if you remember, did you see any other videos?
I don't think so. They didn't show me a lot.
Did they show you the video that I played at the end there of the defendant and 12E walking up the street?
No, they didn't show me none of that.
Okay.
I think they only showed me 2 videos, which was Rocky with the gun and then the actual like shooting taking place. Everything else they didn't show me. I found out during preliminary hearing,
So,
I believe.
yeah, and I don't want to jump yet to the preliminary hearing, but the first time you watched the video, did you see any video that had audio on it or attached to it?
Only one, but that was the shooting, but you couldn't see anything.
When the police showed you the video, did they play the one for you that has audio?
Oh no.
Okay. You said the first time you saw that one was at the preliminary hearing, correct?
Yeah, correct.
After this incident, so after November 6th, when was the next time that you saw Elijah?
After the incident,
Yes.
I haven't seen Elijah since
In person?
in person.
Now, if there's an allegation that Elijah suffered an injury because of this, was there anything that you saw that that you could speak to what Elijah was like after this incident?
You know what I mean?
Yes, if there's an allegation that Ills suffered an injury because of this incident, did you have any opportunity to see Ills' face after this incident?
I did because one of them posted a video and I took a snapshot of them overeating. They went out to eat the next day after the shooting.
Okay. And where did you see that video?
It was on, I forget whose story mode, but it was one of them, but it was like burritos. He even had his girlfriend there and a bunch of people eating and he was toasting. And I just figured I'd take a snapshot.
And could you see Ills in that video?
Oh yeah, you can.
And you took a photograph of that.
I did.
Mark my next.
18.
Let's show you what I just marked as 18. Can you see that?
Yeah, okay.
Do you,
Yes, I
do you recognize this photograph?
Yes,
And is this the screenshot that you're talking about that you took?
it is.
And the video you watched was on November November 8th, correct?
I don't really know how to see, but yes.
Okay, but you're
If I
saying,
get off my phone, you can see it.
are you saying you don't know the specific date, but you know it was within a day or?
Oh, I knew it was the next day.
The next day?
Yeah.
And do you see Mills in this, still photograph?
Yeah, it was right to the, I believe, that was him. It was him right here.
Okay, so I would say the, only face that we can see on the far left of the, photograph to the, next to the person in the red jacket who's standing there. Who's the person in the red jacket?
That's right.
Okay. And when you, the video you actually saw of this, it was longer than just this one photograph, right?
Yeah, they was toasting.
And in the video, could you see, more of Bill's face?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Did you see any injury on Bill's face in that video?
No.
Okay. Now, I know we kind of jumped around a little, so I want to go back to the day of the shooting. After the two shots that we heard, the defendant and 12 ran away. You said you and Ills separated, correct?
Yeah.
And you walked the same path that you had taken up the street past the W down Hollywood, correct?
Yeah, back to the Lowe's.
Okay. What at that point was your reaction to what had just happened? How were you feeling?
Shit. I felt betrayed. I felt hurt. I felt like, that's why I was texting. I wanted to see where he was at with this situation. I felt like he was just denying it, like just acting like shit didn't happen. So it was hard for me to like even trust him or anybody around him at that point. So I started calling like lawyers to have my business partner.
Let me stop you. When you say he and him, are you talking about the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you? Well, I think you already said you went back to the Lowe's, correct?
Yeah, I went back to the Lowe's to get my girlfriend for 1 second.
Okay.
But I walked there. I walked to the Lowe's and then I ended up getting my girlfriend.
And
I got back and got the bullets.
So after you met up with your girlfriend, where did you go?
We drove back to the same spot. So that was within like an hour or 45 minutes. You could timestamp it and see how long it took me to get back there. But it wasn't hard for me to find the bullets because I knew exactly where I got shot at.
Okay. We stopped you. So you and your girlfriend are together. You're driving. You said we went back.
He is really wanting to make sure he gets in there that he found these bullets.
Where the shooting happened, or where at the parking garage?
The shooting.
Okay. That street corner.
Yes.
And I believe in your answer you said that, and this is your approximation, that it was about 45 minutes to an hour after the shooting that you went back?
Yes, correct.
Do you remember the exact time?
Probably, I've seen it recently on my phone, but it had to be like 10:40 something or maybe like 11:40 something. So that gives it like an hour from the time that the incident happened. And I took a picture of the bullet. So I remember, I think you have to show me the time or something. That's how I remember. But first I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts to get a pen and a brown paper bag. And then I went over there in hopes to find whatever I could find, whether it was cameras, anything. You know what I mean? Because I took pictures of cameras and everything. And then so happens to find the bullets.
So he was his own CSI agent.
Scoop it up with a pen and then put it in the brown bag.
We're gonna take a break now. All right, folks, we'll be in recess for 15 minutes. So if you could all please be outside the courtroom doors at 11:30, as close to that time as possible.
All right, so we're going to take a 15-minute break. I'm going to take a break too. So I will leave you all with some beautiful tunes. And we'll be back in 15 minutes. right. Let me get back on the screen. I hope you all had an opportunity to take a break because we are definitely the courtroom is taking a break. Y'all, what are y'all thinking so far? Because I am so tickled at the fact that he is really want you to know that he's his own CSI. He is his own CSI. He all of this other stuff, he just it doesn't seem like he can focus because he really wants us to know that he is his own CSI person. Uh I wanted to show you all this really quickly. I think I have it. Let's go ahead. So this, let me go back up. This is California Penal Code 245, and this is the penal code that they are charging ASAP Rocky in. And what he is California Penal Code 245B. Any person who should commit an assault upon the person of another with a semi-automatic firearm shall be punished by imprisonment in the state prison for 3, 6, or 9 years. And I don't know if you listened to or understood that when they offered a plea deal, I think they offered him 18 months plus 2.5 years 3 or 4 years of probation and all of that, and he declined that. So he has anywhere, and they charged him twice. So they charged him for brandishing the weapon in the car park, and then they charged him for brandishing and shooting the weapon in the behind the car park. So those are two separate charges is that he has. And so each charge has a minimum of 3 years. So he's looking at a minimum of 6 years in prison. He could get 24. Let me see, 9. That's 18. And I may have to figure out the other charges. I mean, go and see what are the other charges. But this is just the California Penal Code that they have and how they are thinking for Section 245, assault with a deadly weapon. So I wanted to show you all what he is facing. Let me make sure we get back here. So far as a witness, well, I'm going to say this. As far as the prosecution is jumping all over the place. The prosecution is, in my opinion, I was really looking for him to go into some kind of chronological order. I mean, he waited to, now here we are a whole day. We've had a day, ASAP Relli, excuse me, has been on the stand since yesterday. And today is the day that the prosecution decides to get him to figure out who is who. We do see the cuts that he had on his knuckles, but he did mention that him and uh ASAP Ills fell to the ground. So could he not have gotten those knuckle grazes from when he fell to the ground when ASAP Ills fell to the ground? I'm still confused as to why did you follow, because there's a man with a gun and then there's a man with a knife. Now, you have said in your earlier testimony yesterday that you didn't trust ASAP 12B because you didn't know him like that. So this man has a knife. And then you, for whatever reason, no one seems to know because it hasn't been issued at this point. Why in the world you and ASAP Rocky have an issue or have a problem, but you're following behind this person that has an issue and a problem with you? I don't understand that. I don't understand why you didn't go back to your hotel room. Well, I thought I'd never see him again. You have his cell phone number. Y'all are in the same group chat. Craziness. Absolute craziness.
With the testimony, to me, it seems like maybe you called that attorney because you were worried you could be held criminally liable for Maybe not something with Rocky, but maybe attacking ills, grabbing ills, dropping.
So I don't understand that point thing, and I'm trying to figure out. You did all of this. How is it that you went back to the hotel to get your girlfriend, and the police had dispersed by then? Not to say that police officers spend 10 whatever, but uh, it seems it would seem that it would take police officers anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to get to where they have to be. Some of them will get there, I understand that they'll get there earlier, but I'm also looking at the fact that if there was shots fired, they would still be looking. So I'm just a little, the timing is off. So you arrive an hour or so after the police left and you bring your girlfriend because what did you go back to the spot for? Why were you specifically looking for the bullet? There's a whole lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make much sense to me. But we'll continue to wait. They should be back at in about 10 more minutes. So what I'll do is continue. I will go ahead and um we'll take another break, and then once they come back, I'm going to come back as well. So I'm gonna leave the feed open. So if you all have to go use the restroom or do whatever, go ahead and get that done now.
And this is the thing, like it would be.
All right. So again, we're still waiting for the excuse me. We're still waiting for the court to get back. Um, I will tell you, we'll just do it like this and wait till he comes back. We're still in the direct testimony of ASAP Relli. There's a couple of things that I'm not understanding. Number one, you just was shot at. Why did you go back to the scene? Why didn't you call the police? Now the police had already been called and they were there. Why didn't you go back? Why didn't you call the police? Why did you go back and get your girlfriend? Why would you bring your girlfriend back to a spot where you had been shot, not knowing if ASAP Rocky was still in that place? I don't understand that. I don't understand why you were your own CSI agent. So that must have been something that the police, excuse me, your attorney that you were looking and trying to book told you to do. And he made a statement that I did not understand. He said that I had to talk to him because it was going to be like the last time that I saw him. ASAP Relli, you were in the group chat. You were in the group chat. You were able to see snaps and all this other stuff because, again, you were in the group chat. So why is it that you felt like you weren't going to be able to see him or say anything again? Didn't make any sense to me. And again, what doesn't make any sense to me is all of this about an argument. He can't, ASAP Relli has, he's a very nice and soft-spoken young man, but he has a difficult time expressing himself and being very clear and cognizant about what he's saying. He has and I don't know if that's a New York thing. They talk real flowery, they never get to the point. So it's always difficult. You see how difficult it is for him to answer a yes or no question, which is shaky. I'm having a difficult time following the prosecution, following how he is executing his direct examination of ASAP Relli. And also, again, ASAP Relli he's a very difficult person to pull information from. Again, yes or no answers, he can't answer all of that. So I am not impressed. And so if I'm confused, I'm quite sure that the jury isn't confused because they can't seem to get the prosecution is not painting a well-rounded picture about what happened. The prosecution hasn't put forth any type of reasoning why. It's just like, oh, these people just shot. Not really, it doesn't really matter why, but they just shot. I have no clear understanding as to why any of this stuff happened. I have no clear understanding what made someone go to a spot and you felt like, because obviously he did not fear for himself. He did not fear because, again, it's the one thing that you get jumped and he pulls this gun out of his waistband. That's one thing. And those three people left you there because people were walking around. They left you there because people were walking around. You mean to tell me that you followed these people because one of them had a gun and one of them had a knife? You followed these people? That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. Now, again, I don't know what ASAP Rocky's defense is going to have to come up with. But they're going to have to do more than to say that, ASAP Relli was jealous of him. Because the one thing I do know that the prosecution has done very well is the fact to establish that ASAP Rocky had a gun. Whether you believe or not that the defense believes it was a starter pistol or not, but what they have established is that ASAP Rocky had a gun. He brandished it in the parking structure. Then they went around the corner, went behind the parking structure to the parking lot, and he brandished and shot the weapon there. So you have two instances that they have at least shown that ASAP Rocky had a gun. Now, Are they going to be able to? That's clear. That is clear. Now, ASAP Rocky is saying that the gun was a starter pistol, but they don't produce this starter pistol. The prosecution is saying that when they searched ASAP Rocky's home, they found ammunition, but they did not find a gun. So they don't have the weapon itself, but there's video evidence showing that he brandished a gun. So I think he has that to contend with. But other than that, again, so you have the police officer that was on the stand for 2 days that talked about, they answered the call, they went around the parking lot, they didn't see any gun, there was nobody there to verify what was happening. They didn't really do a really in-depth investigation behind it. It wasn't until later on that they started to figure some things out. But it doesn't seem like the prosecution has talked to many of these witnesses, because if you were there yesterday for day 2, the judge was talking to a couple of witnesses and basically said, the prosecution or somebody wants to talk with you. Would you be willing to talk with them? And they would say no or whatever. So you can tell that you have these witnesses and they have not been prepped. They have not been briefed. They haven't been anything. So I imagine, and I don't know if this is standard practice out there in California or not, but it does seem kind of weird that you have this case, and if you're looking at this person and you consider this to be a big case, you have not talked to a witness at least last week, the week before, but yet you are upset and mad at the defense because the defense have talked to somebody and they didn't write down a summary for you. Come on, prosecution. And then now you're sitting in here worrying about whether or not the defense is wanting to squabble up with you. But you did get over that there was to be a gag order, so there is no more information going outside the courtroom than other than what's being had. So I'm really waiting for the defense, because I don't know how many more witnesses that the prosecution has at this point. I don't know how many more witnesses that they would have. I guess they're going to talk with the detectives on the case. And other than that, but I don't see this case lasting 15 days. I just really don't. I truly don't. So, but again, we're just waiting for people to get into the courtroom. Let's see what's going on. Okay, looks like we're back.
Cases or evidence that was at the street, correct?
That's correct.
And when I asked you if you remembered specifically what time you went back to the location where this happened, you referenced that you took photographs and there was a timestamp in your phone. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask to mark my next exhibit. I'm gonna actually staple the 2 pages together here, so if we can do 19A and 19B.
Eighteen is what? Oh, the shot of the restaurant? Right, 1980.
Mr. Efron, let me actually approach. 19A has some small photographs on it. I'm gonna hand the document right up there, but take a look at that and tell me specifically if you recognize the 4 photographs that you see small pictures of on this exhibit. were those pictures that you took at the scene when you went back?
Yes, it is.
Do you see in the column right next to that, under the line where it says created, there's a date of 11/6/21, and then on the
All right, we getting to the fact that he's his own CSI agent.
and 24 seconds PM, correct?
Correct.
Does that match the time that you went back to the location where this incident happened?
Yeah, within an hour.
And would that be the time that you specifically took the photograph?
Yeah.
Same time you were referring to in your phone, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm gonna display this now so everyone knows what we're talking about. Did you take multiple photographs while you were at that location?
I did.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'm gonna just display the page in its entirety first, and then zoom in on the topmost row. The photograph to the far right here, is that one of the photographs you took of the cartridge cases?
It is.
And then the date and time created is in the next column over, correct?
Yes.
All right. And then going down the row, the second photograph would have been created November 6/21 at 11:45:49, so just a few seconds after the first one.
That's correct.
The third one at 11:47:56, correct?
Yes.
And the fourth one on this page, 11:48:01, correct?
Yes.
Now, and I can show them, approach me, we can show them to you closer, but would you agree that the first two photographs appear to be of the same cartridge case?
It is.
So even though there's two photographs, those photographs are taking pictures of the same individual thing.
Exactly.
Okay. And then the bottom two photographs, is that, are you taking a photograph of a second cartridge case?
I am.
Okay, so even though there's four photographs, these are only of two cartridge cases at the scene, correct?
Yes.
And were these photographs that before you picked up those items?
Yes.
Was, so these would have been in place at the time?
They were in place, never touched.
Okay. I'm gonna put up people's 19B. Do you recognize that, Mr. Efron?
I do.
And is that one of the photographs that you took?
It is.
In total, while you were at that scene after you went back, how many cartridge cases did you find and collect?
2.
Did you find any more than 2 that you did not collect?
No.
Trying to pull up the computer here, but for some reason it's not recognizing something plugged in. Here we go. Honor, I'm gonna display from the same exhibit, People's 15, the thumb drive. On the actual drive itself, there's a folder labeled 1616 Vista Del Mar. And contained within that are two files. The bottom file starts with magic-QX and ends in the number 2000. That's the file that I have pulled up on screen here. And Mr. Efron, can you see that? Yeah. This would be the same camera that we've seen before, correct, of that location?
Yes.
And it's very small here, but in the bottom I have it paused at 230957. I'm gonna play it forward a little, and I'm gonna ask you a few questions. I can see any of these controls. I'm gonna ask you to focus your attention on that same street corner that we were discussing before. Can you see what looks like an individual person walking just off the curb now into the street?
Yeah, that's me. Keep your voice up. Yeah, that's me.
Are you sure that that's you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How is it that you are sure?
Because we can go back to when I took the stamps and see, like, you know what I mean?
Okay. So that's,
You just have to pull, you just give us time on that, please.
yes. See, I paused it again. So right now it's at 23:10:31, which would be 11:10:31. 11:10:31. And you said you were there 11:45:24, correct, Mr. Efron?
Yeah.
So this would be half an hour before you said you got there, correct?
Half an hour before.
If this is 11:10 and you said you got there at 11:45.
Hold on.
Can we have it? Yes. What's the issues on witnesses? So let's get an answer.
Wait, you say what now? Say that again?
Yeah, that video shows that person there at 11:10 p.m. and you're saying you returned at 11:45. That was what you said when you said refer to the timestamp on the pictures, correct?
What time did the incident happen again?
The incident happened at 10:17 p.m.
10:17. What time was this?
Encroachment. It might be easier for you to see than me, but it's saying 11:10 p.m.
Yeah, so that's correct.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, I mean, can you make out the person that you see in that video?
Objection, Judge.
He's already answered.
Your Honor.
No speaking objections.
I'm asking.
No speaking objections. Asked and answered.
Your Honor,
Yes?
I would just ask, I would just ask the council, the court has ordered the council stay grounds. When he simply says objection,
I know what he's gonna say. All right, I'll wait till he states the legal grounds. I'll wait till you state the legal
please,
grounds.
thank you, Your Honor.
But I know what the legal grounds are, but as soon as he says objection.
Ask and answer.
He already said that.
Your Honor, I believe we are allowed to clarify.
Mr. Lord? No. Go ahead.
Would you agree that the person in that video, what color clothing items do you see that person wearing in the video?
Like again, white shirt, I think like
Okay.
or sweater.
And you previously said you were wearing a dark colored top, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You said yes?
Yes.
But you're saying the person in this video is wearing a light colored top, correct?
All I know, I went back and found the bullets. I don't know who that is or what time, or I know I came back within an hour. I'm confused on what this is right here.
Okay. When you went When you went back to your hotel, did you change your clothing?
I don't really remember, it was so long ago, but probably, I don't know.
You also said when you went back to the scene, you were with your girlfriend, correct?
Yeah.
Did you see a second person in the video here?
Oh, the girlfriend's not in the video?
No, but you gotta keep playing it.
You continue to play. All right, they're asking me to wait because it's in computers.
Check it all out, find out what the problem is. All right.
Mr. Efron, did you have an opportunity to watch this video? I'm sorry, I can take that. It's distracting, the timestamp with the photographs. Did you have a chance to watch this video when you testified at the preliminary hearing?
I did.
When you testified at the preliminary hearing, did you say that's
I work grounds.
Nice finish.
What's the action?
This attorney impeached him, which is not.
There's nothing wrong with impeaching, parties of witness. You know, can we strike the word impeachment? That's not a legal objection, and he's now describing what we're doing, which is incorrect. An attorney is entitled to contradict what a witness has previously said.
Did you previously testify at the hearing? That's not me.
What do you read?
The preliminary hearing transcript.
What page?
127. Right now, I'm at line 13.
Hold on. I don't have a transcript. I think I get one.
We may have an extra copy.
Alex is gonna get public. You know, while Alex is saying that, we approach,
While he's doing that,
I am confused what's going on because let me be very clear.
I'll come back to it.
You have
Okay, Mr. Efron, I just,
ASAP Relli, aka CSI Relli, went back to the scene, but the timestamp is saying that he went back 30 minutes earlier than what he said he went.
23:10.
Then it says that he took his girlfriend.
10:31.
You don't see the girlfriend in the picture. Then he says, then he doesn't remember whether or not he's changing clothes. So who are they showing in this picture? Because clearly it's not ASAP Relli, aka CSI Relli. Because I am confused.
That's not me, I don't look like that.
hold on, there's no question.
now at 23:11:39. So 11:11:39. Did you have an opportunity to watch that person that was depicted on the video during that period of time the video was played?
Yes.
And did you see any other people with that individual?
No.
I'd like to go into the transcript, Your Honor, but
Can you bring me the page?
yes.
We'll just take a look at it before you. 120, page 127, line 13.
Line 13. And it's going to go into 128.
All right, so you just said. Over to where? Where's the house?
Yeah, it leads to line 6, Your Honor.
All right, this is inconsistent with his trial testimony, so it's fair game.
Well, can we approach or?
I just don't want to speak in objection, so that's all I'm trying to.
You can, the part that you wanted to read is inconsistent with today, what Mr. Efron has testified.
I am thoroughly confused.
Prior statements that are different than in court, in trial statements. So go ahead.
I'm not assuming that you're on.
Yes.
Let me see. First of all, we-
Is there something else I need to see? No. All right, go ahead.
So, Mr. Efron, when you testified previously, you were shown that video, correct?
Yes.
Did you say, that's not me?
I believe so. It was a long time ago.
Do you want to refer to the transcript?
But I remember, I needed to jog my memory. It's the first time I'm seeing it. Once I looked at the video, I noticed that's not me.
Okay.
I don't walk like that. I don't move like that. That looked like a homeless person or something.
So first you said it was you, now you said it's not you?
Also, in fact, say, I don't even walk like that.
When before?
Yes, when you.
Oh, I just had to look just now and notice again. But yeah, I don't walk like that.
So he just keeps changing his testimony.
Previously, you said, I don't even walk like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you also previously testify that when you went back, quote, I probably had the same hoodie on, that looks like a gray hoodie?
Sounds familiar. How long ago did I say that?
You need to know whether or not you said it or not.
Is that what you said previously? Meaning, you said previously that you were wearing the same hoodie, correct?
From that day? What do you mean?
I mean,
Okay,
okay.
I don't remember it was so long ago.
You told us that when this incident happened, you were wearing this hoodie.
Right.
When you went back to your hotel and then came back to find the fired cartridge cases, you previously testified you were wearing the same hoodie, correct?
Yeah, so I said,
And answer your honor.
All right, Alex was giving me the, could you read the question?
Yes, Your Honor. Question, when you went back to the hotel and then came back to find the fire cartridge cases, you previously testified you were wearing the same hoodie, correct? Answer, yes.
And when you watched the video, you commented that the person seen in that video was wearing a gray hoodie, or what you meant was a different color hoodie from.
Here's the thing that's confusing me. You said you came to Los Angeles to work with your artist, right? Where did the girlfriend come from? Because yesterday's testimony, you did not mention a girlfriend at all. That you were at the hotel sleep. So where did this girlfriend come from? I am thoroughly confused.
The one that you were wearing that night, correct?
Correct.
And that testimony that we're referring to, so you said that previously, that was on November 8th of 2023, correct? At a completely different hearing?
That was a preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
In court, previously taken judicial notice. Yeah, the preliminary hearing occurred over 2 days. The first day was November 8th of 23. The second day was November 20th of 23.
As you sit here right now, do you have any recollection of how long it took you to find these fire cartridge cases after you went back to the scene?
Probably took me no longer than 2-3 minutes.
In your view, was it a quick, short period of time?
Yes.
You talked yesterday about some of the reasons why you would not have physically attacked the defendant that day, correct?
In general.
You talked about, in general, the consequences that you feared that would come to your career in the music business. Remember that?
Yes.
Those were consequences that you feared would possibly happen if you got into an altercation with him. Have you, since this incident, suffered any actual consequences to your career? Can you explain that to the jury?
He did this yesterday. Why are we going back over this? We need to get back to the fact, who is this person that they were showing on? Why was it so important to show this person? And now we're talking about his the losses that he had. You asked this question yesterday. I am not pleased with the prosecution and all of these questions that are bouncing all over the place. You can't really follow what's going on.
I mean, it's been a living hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, death threats, people leaving me snitch for saying something that happened. My social media, everything that I'm doing as far as social media, I don't have a presence there no more.
You said you were working in the music industry managing.
And then like my artists turned on me, my producers, they all turned on me because of this decision I made. They felt like, okay, this is gonna be like, I can't back them up no more. I can't support them with what I'm doing, going to the police. They didn't want nothing to do with it.
When you say they turned on you, what does that mean?
Like they unfollowed me, wrote shit about me, like some of them. Other ones just like understood. Well, I'm making that suggestions.
Are you still working with any of those individuals?
No, nobody.
So that would include artists or musicians that you were working with, correct?
Yes.
Would also include producers that you worked with, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
You don't have any of those people that you're managing anymore, correct?
Nobody.
You said that prior to this incident, you had meetings with different executives from record labels, correct?
Yeah.
Do you still have meetings with record labels?
No, they all unfollow me. Damn near all of them.
Do any of them contact you anymore?
No.
You said you had your own management business called Shut Eye, correct?
That's correct.
Is that still a business?
No. I actually cut ties with all my artists and gave them their royalties. Like I didn't even get no back right now.
Stop.
Is it fair to say that your entire career in the music business is now no longer? does not exist anymore?
in that field of overall music, fashion, just the culture. It's done. All of it, done.
And how soon after the shooting did that happen?
I mean, nobody really knew it was me until Jabari posted a picture of me. So then once that happened, it was over.
Okay.
Was that, that doesn't answer your question.
Yeah, was that picture specifically some way relating back to this shooting?
Yes.
When you say his lawyer, who are you talking about?
Joe Tacopino?
Is he seated at the table here today?
He is.
And why was it that his lawyer wasn't at the shooting when that happened that day, correct?
No, but I got defamation lawsuit against him.
They're opening the door here.
I didn't, well, can you read the question back and the answer?
Why was it that his lawyer wasn't at the shooting when that happened that day, correct? Answer, no, but I have a defamation lawsuit against him.
The question is, why was the attorney not at the shooting?
It definitely was not.
Why was it that Dashes, his lawyer wasn't at the shooting when that happened that day, correct?
Why was he?
Call for yes or no.
Mr. Tacopino was not at the shooting, correct?
No.
That's another question.
Since, well, when you came to that preliminary hearing that we talked about before, did Mr. Tacopina ask you questions at that hearing?
He did.
Can you give us an approximate of how long he was able to ask you questions?
I don't recall. I don't remember. It's like a day, half a day. I don't really remember.
Okay. More than an hour?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And did you answer the questions that he asked you?
I did.
After that day, has Mr. Tacopina asked you to essentially, if you'll sit down for an interview with him?
No.
Did he ask you, or sorry, he did not ask you directly, but were you asked by the judge if you would agree to an interview with Mr. Tacopina since that day of the preliminary hearing?
Yeah, I was.
When did that happen?
Yesterday.
And what was your answer?
I declined
Why did you decline to talk?
because I spoke to him already.
One second, I'm sorry.
This is craziness.
I'm gonna mark my next exhibit on
20.
Do you have a friend, first name is Justin?
That's my business partner.
Is he a close friend of yours?
He is.
Someone you've done business with?
Yes.
After this shooting, did you exchange text messages with Justin?
I did.
And did you send him any messages specifically related to the shooting?
Not really. I don't know if it was people that relating or. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So I'm gonna display what I previously marked as People's Exhibit 20. Do you recognize what we see here?
Yeah, so I said I want to get this nigga's money.
All right, when you wrote that line, who are you referring to?
I'm referring to Rocky.
And again, was this text message sent after the shooting?
Yes, it was after.
Now, can you see Justin responds to your text, correct?
Yeah, he's a sarcastic person, so he said he's probably trying to get you to perform that conference line.
So when you received that, you didn't receive that as a serious comment that he was making?
No, because he always makes like weird side jokes.
Okay. And what was your response to him after that?
He shot me.
And when you say he shot me, who are you referring to?
To Rocky.
Objection. He didn't say he shot. He said he shot at me.
Sorry, I apologize. I did read that correctly. When you said he shot at me, who are you referring to when you say he?
Rocky. Rocky.
Is there a approximate date and time when that text was sent? Is there a way to determine?
There is. Give me just 1 second here. Do you remember the date and time?
It had to be the 7th.
I don't have it briefly, but I can definitely pull it up on my computer. Okay, we'll find the date and time and then we'll enter circulation. That works good. Sure. Okay. I'm gonna mark my next exhibit, Your Honor, 21. It is a 10-page document. Text messages, yes. Before I explain, I'm gonna approach and ask him to review himself. Now, there's some information redacted on here, Mr. Efron, but do you recognize who the text messages in this thread are between? Okay. And
I didn't hear.
Me and Rocky.
the date that these text messages start, would you agree it's November 6, 21 at about 9:34 p.m.?
That's correct.
Okay. And if you need to refer to context, let me know. But there's two colors of text bubbles. There's blue and there's green. Do you know which one is you and which one is
I'm green. He's blue.
so the defendant's blue and you're green?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes.
And that first message, November 6/21 at 9:34 p.m., that would be before the shooting, correct?
That's correct.
Now I'm going to go all the way to the last page, page 10, and show you the very last message on this thread is marked at November 7/21 at 12:46 a.m. Would you agree that is after the shooting?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's so helpful to get a time frame now, because you're reading off these texts, you're not asking. I mean, I just do not understand.
Now you said he is blue and you are green, correct?
Yes.
Let's go through this first page. First text message. What was the content of the text message that you received?
Where you at? Question.
And then the second text message that you received.
Let's get to it.
All right. The third text message,
I'm ducking my calls.
and that one was read by you at 9:35, or sorry, 9:39 and 22 seconds p.m.
Correct.
Did you then respond to that message, correct?
Yeah, but we spoke because I answered his FaceTime call.
That's okay.
I
I'm just
lied.
going.
It's not about lying, but I didn't want to tell him exactly where it was at, so I said Trader Joe's.
That's fine. So, and I'm sure there are other messages you exchanged with other people, but I'm just asking you to focus on this thread. Your next response to him at 10:08:31 was, "I'm in front of Trader Joe's drop location."
Correct.
going to the third page, the top of the page, the first message. I know it's a small photograph, but can you tell
It is very difficult to see this. The screen, I don't know if the television screen, they don't have the good contrast and brightness on it, because all I see is a green blob with writing on it, but I can't figure out what's being said in this writing.
You took the picture, did you send it to him?
I don't know, within minutes or if right there, I don't really remember.
Okay. You took the picture at 11:45 and then sent it at 11:58. Does that sound about right to you?
Yeah, that's correct.
But you sent it to him that same night, correct?
I did.
And this, again, this is after the shooting.
That's after the shooting.
And then your next message to him,
You tried to kill me. You tried killing me.
and now we moved into the next day, November 7th, but just past midnight, so 12 o'clock and 55 seconds in the morning, correct?
That's correct.
And then you said to him the next message,
You should have killed me.
Why would you say that?
and then your next message to him after that one.
I sent him a text message of his call to me. His text message to me, letting him know that. So when I said you should have killed me, I was meaning I'm about to be the biggest, like I'm about to do what I need to do.
You were showing him the prior text message where he said, "Where are you at? Let's get to it." Stop
I was pretty much showing
Mike,
him.
both can't talk at the same time. Go ahead and ask the question again.
Yes, you had taken a screenshot of the text messages where he said, where are you at? Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls. And that's what you sent to him?
I did.
Okay. And that's at 12:12 a.m., correct?
That's correct.
Where are you at?
If you can, Mr. Efron, even though you might know or think what the answer is gonna be if the question is over, can you wait all the way until you hear the lawyer finish their question, because the court reporter can't get you both at the same time.
Okay. Now, would you agree that up until that point in the text thread, he has not responded to your messages, correct?
I'll have to see my phone.
So what I'm saying is, you said after the shooting, you texted him the garbage
Okay, yes.
case, and you sent him 3 other messages. To that point, you never responded to any of them, correct?
Correct.
But after you sent him the picture of your conversation, he responded, correct?
Yes.
And what was the first message that he sent to you?
Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Why? Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Why are you telling people I shot at you?
And then he questioned or added a question mark to the message that you had sent to him previously, saying you tried killing me.
Yeah, you put a question mark on it.
What did that mean to you when someone puts a question mark on your text?
I mean, like, I can't tell you what he meant by that.
No, how did you receive it?
I received it like he was not owning up to the fact. Like, I just wanted to see if he was going to own up to what he was doing.
Okay. And then you sent him a response, correct?
Yeah, of my hand.
What were you showing him on your hand?
The graves.
The same injuries that we displayed before?
Yes.
And then
That was in April 17.
April 17, yes. And then his next message to you was to attach a question mark to your text of "you should have killed me," correct?
That's correct.
Did you receive that the same way? Like you said, in your words, he wasn't owning up to it?
Yeah, he was in denial still.
Okay. text page, what did you text him after that?
I said I did love the young man.
What does that mean?
I love him. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect this to happen.
Sorry, I couldn't hear someone cough.
I did not expect this to happen. So I was just telling him I had love for you.
Meaning before the shooting, you
Yeah,
loved him.
before.
Okay. Can you read your next message to him?
I said, y'all niggas try to set me up and take me with my daughter.
Did you respond to that message?
I will tell y'all, chat, I am so confused. The prosecution is bouncing all over the place with these questions because they never asked why ASAP Relli, CSI Relli, why did he pick up his own shell casings? What made him go back? He said he went back with his girlfriend, yet there is no visual evidence to show that the girl was there. How come no one is asking any questions like that? Yesterday, when he was on the stand, he said that he was coming to LA because he came with his artist. He never mentioned his girlfriend.
Actually, like around, I probably was texting him after I got the bullets or something like that. I don't really remember.
I am so confused. And the prosecution is not asking questions in any kind of order. They're just like haphazard.
Okay, you said when you went back to take pictures of the actual cartridge cases, there were other things you were taking pictures of as well, correct?
Yeah.
What other things were you taking pictures of?
Any cameras I've seen around?
On businesses?
Yeah.
And had you, up to the point that you sent this text, so we're now at 12:40 on November 7th, did you watch video from any of those locations?
No, I couldn't.
Did you have access to any of those cameras?
No, I went to one building and told me I needed a subpoena.
Okay, so they specifically refused to let you watch it.
They wouldn't even acknowledge the fact that I wanted the video. They was like, you would need a subpoena.
So
I think I went with the lawyer that I had, and he told him that.
the point being though, when you sent that text message, at that moment, you had not seen any video related to this case.
I haven't seen anything.
Were you only referring to the fact that you know there were cameras around it?
Yeah, so I wanted to reserve before it gets too late on what happened because I didn't go to the police right away.
But I'm asking, what are you communicating to him with that text message?
Oh, I'm letting him know that I have evidence. Like you're not getting away from this.
Why is it that you felt like you had to tell him you had evidence?
Because he shot at me. He wasn't acknowledging the fact that he shot at me.
Was he denying that the whole incident took place? Is that how you received it?
Yeah.
So this man has a music management company. He is his own CSI, and now he's his own private eye. He's doing all of this instead of going to the police. I'm in confusion. It's into his actions. I am in confusion. I don't understand.
I meant to say probably stop texting me. You lost it.
Okay. But what you actually sent him was
Text everything. You lost it.
All right. And then your next text?
Just stop texting me.
And then how did he reply to that?
Love me, but talk shit about me, shit on me, let me get cut, which I don't know how the fuck I let this nigga get cut, and still ain't cut you off. We never had.
Wait, Mr. Efron, can you just read the text and then I can ask you what you.
Nigga, you've been a op. You don't love me because we don't do business, so it is what it is.
Okay. When he said that you talk shit about him, what did you take that to?
I never talk shit about him. If anything, I'm just voicing my opinion on why shit is not working.
Okay. Did you know what he was referring to when he said, let me get cut?
Oh yeah, I was there that day, but I had nothing to do with getting cut.
You didn't personally do anything to him, correct?
No.
All right. And then when he says you've been an op, what is that?
That was the first time I ever heard I was an op from him.
What's an
I
op?
always knew, like the opposition, maybe somebody you don't fuck with. Mind you, I told this dude many times, if you don't fuck with me, just let me know.
Okay. And then I get the rest. And then the last text message that he sent to you.
I now you trying to extort niggas talking about I shot at you and shot you 4 times and all type of nonsense. You a phony, you don't have my best intentions, type of
It doesn't say mine.
Where?
You don't
You don't-
have the best intention.
Oh yeah, you don't have the best intentions. Stop texting me and stop calling my manager and call the police if I shot at you. You weirdo. So after that, that's when I was like, okay.
Hold on.
How did you receive that text message?
Oh, it was no more trying after that. I was gonna do like he literally told me go to the police.
But did you receive that as him denying that this incident ever took place?
Oh yeah.
In anywhere in the text messages he sent you, did he refer to an allegation that he used a prop gun
No, never.
or a starter pistol?
No.
When he says stop texting me and stop calling my manager, what is he? What do you know what he's referring to when he says stop calling my manager?
So he had a manager, John, that I was cool with, and he did that. I sent everything I sent him, I sent to John. And John was like, pretty much like, whoa, let me see what's going on.
Okay, but that's what you thought he was referring to was the fact that you were in communication with his manager.
With his manager, yeah.
Okay.
This has been as far as the prosecution asking questions, this has been all over the place. I would have thought that they would have stuck strictly on what happened on those two in those two incidents, but they are just bouncing over. They're just bouncing around on everything.
Concerns been realized in your life.
What do you mean by that?
Hold on. Just a minute. About how much longer do you have?
That's it, Your Honor. That's my last question.
So you feel you'll be finished with direct examination?
Yes.
Go ahead and ask the question.
Yes. You've told us about all these fears you had about what would happen to you, what would happen to your career, your life, if you challenged the defendant. What happened? Have those fears actually been realized since this incident?
Yeah, for sure.
Those consequences have happened to you, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I don't have any.
All right, let me see at the sidebar, not on the record before we.
Oh my goodness. This today's testimony and the prosecution's questions today were all over the place. I am hoping, because I think today is supposed to be a short day, I am hoping that this is the end of it, because if I wasn't confused, I was sure when I came in this today, I am confused at what they wanted to accomplish today with these questions. Very, very unsure about what they're trying to accomplish. There we go. There's some things that I am a little confused about. So we saw, and here's where my confusion started. When he started talking about going back to the scene, he says he went back to the scene an hour later. Were the police not there? That's number one. I'm thinking that. So the police weren't there. He gets on the phone and he calls a lawyer before he calls the police. If you're going back to the scene, why wouldn't you call the police to the scene? Why would you go? And then here's the thing. He says he went to Dunkin' Donuts. Why are you going to Dunkin' Donuts to get a paper towel, a paper bag, and a pen? So you went to the Dunkin' Donuts off of Hollywood Boulevard. Uh, went to Dunkin's, and so you went to that Dunkin' Donuts on Hollywood Boulevard. I'm assuming to get a bag and a pen. Just so that you can see what I see. So it's 6201 Hollywood Boulevard. You went to that Dunkin' Donuts to get a pen. Why did you not call the police? You're going back to the scene of the crime. What was the impetus for you to go back to the scene of the crime? Let me ask my other chat what's going on. I am utter confusion. I promise you I'm utter confusion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream. If it comes back, I will come back because I've got some things uh, to my team, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. Tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that helper that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. Y'all, what do you all think? This is a mess. All right, people, we do this every week. And as always, bye-bye.